Alrighty, hey guys, FunnyGuyTimmy here for a different kind of video. This was one that I wanted to do because I stumbled upon something, and this is a first for me. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. Apparently, there is a lot of fan art based on a character I voiced in a game. And it was such a small role, I didn't expect to find this much fan art. And I'm only going to be showing you guys some of the fan art that I found that I was able to credit to the artist. There's a whole bunch more, but I couldn't find out who actually drew it, so I didn't want to share it if I couldn't find the original artist. But I wanted to go down some of it. And the character, the game that I voiced a character in is AFK Arena. It is this mobile app game that you have a team of all these different characters that you can get. They're normally like animal, human hybrid kind of things. Knights, wizards, sorcerers, undead, plant monsters, all this kind of stuff. It's a fun app game. And I voiced Brutus, who's kind of this big lion, Braveheart kind of guy. And it was a lot of yelling, it was a lot of screaming, and it was mostly just really gruff dialogue, like fresh blood, that kind of stuff. And it was incredibly fun, but it was a really small role. I wasn't expecting this kind of reaction, this kind of fan base. But I mean, there is a huge furry community, so he is a furry, so I mean, it doesn't technically surprise me. But let's see if I can find some. Okay, so here's some. So some of these are adorable. Some of these are absolutely adorable. All right, so here's one. It's so cute. It's just so adorable. There's a lot of them that pair Brutus up with the bunny girl. I don't know what, Lyka, Lyka, I think that's what it is. But they pair him up a lot with her. And it's adorable. Like, I'm like, why? There's no story in the game that would do this, but I mean, that's what happens when you have artists and fans and people with imagination collide, and make one, some art. And the artist, I think, is Zeppy, Zeppy. I think that's the artist. I mean, it's actually written in there, but I don't know if that's maybe you can type in Zeppy and find them on Twitter or Instagram or something like that. But if you can, that's one. And it's so cute. It's just so adorable. All right, so here was another one that I stumbled on, and this one's kind of this one's real. That's his normal stance in the game. His normal stance, his big sword. And I actually like this one because it's hand drawn and it's done with I think colored pencil, which is something I haven't drawn using in a long time. And I really like this one. I actually do, because it's a more traditional hand-drawn art style that kind of brings me back to when I was, much younger before I started doing everything digitally. And okay, so the person's name is Eladi. I don't know how to say that. I haven't read cursive in forever, but the person's name is right on the picture. So I don't know where you can find them, but again, I really like this one. And this one's just kind of redrawing that character, the way they stand and the way they appear in the game. So it was really good. This one, okay, so I didn't know when I first was searching, because I found a whole bunch of fan art, and then I was scrolling through, and then I saw this one, and I wasn't sure at first, just because it's so different. It's such a different angle. He has just glowing eyes. I don't know why he has glowing eyes in this, but they definitely went with a more feline look and less cartoony. He has this kind of, I don't know, it's a very nice airbrush. It's a very nice airbrush and definitely digital paint look. I like the sparks. It's very dramatic, knee up, holding the blade and doing this kind of roar, his tongue's out and everything. This was really, really good. Well, I don't know how to say that. It's Devakrovich art? I assume that's the artist. Because I mean that's what it's. I think this one's on DeviantArt, so you can go find that artist there. But yeah, I mean, it's just cool. It's almost got like a, I don't know, a Christopher Nolan look a little bit, I guess. All right, so this is a different kind of one because this one's done in like pixel art. I don't know what program that's done in, but I can clearly see that it was done in segments, and each segment is kind of like moving independent from the others. But it's really good. It's, you know, it's got nice proportions. It's animated. I like it because it's animated. And the artist name is Old Posh, and I don't know. The artist is just Old Posh. That's it. I don't know if it's at Old Posh. I don't know if it's on Instagram. I mean, probably normally when there's an artist, whatever name they go for is probably the name they use on all their profiles, just so it's, you know, more convenient. But yeah, I like that one. It's really good. This is another one from Old Posh. I was actually just scrolling through and I found another one. And see, I don't know what I think about this one because it's like, I don't know, because it's very different from the pixel art that they did before. So this is obviously their hand-drawn style, and I like it. I do. It's just like, I don't know. It's like it's very different from the pixel art. But yeah, it's obviously got his thinking face, I guess. Brutus' thinking face, and you know, more of a profile shot. So it's, you know, there's a little bit more there than you'd normally see in these kind of like fan art kind of things. I like it. Again, Old Posh, very cool. All right, so here we got one that's starting to kind of veer from, you know, the way the character looks normally. Now, I don't know if this one is supposed to be a combination of some of them. I think it is. I think this is a combination of obviously Brutus and the one who's more kind of like a crusader kind of one. You know, it's kind of a mishmash of the two. I like it. It has an anime style with like the hair, and well, another thing that I really like, it has the swath of colors. I think that's what it's called. You know, to one side, which I mean that's, you know, so glad they did that. Even though this thing is just flat shaded, there's no actual shading, or it's just flat rendered or flat colored. So there, I mean, you could just pull the colors from straight off of them. But, you know, I mean, that's good that the person who drew this, you know, is already using color palettes. I mean, that's a very useful thing. I mean, when I learned to do that, I mean, that made a huge difference. And I think the person is Remnant Eater 13. I think that's the name of the artist. I found them on Reddit. Yeah. So Remnant Eater 13. They've done a whole bunch of characters like this from the game, and they've kind of mashed them together. And if they're anything like this, they're really good. So go pay them a visit. All right, here's one that's kind of I don't know. It's not really gruesome because it's pink. I don't know. It's pink blood, I guess. But this one's, I mean, super dramatic art style, and a very different angle than you normally see. And also like a completely different build. I'm guessing this is like young version? Yeah, young Brutus, that's right there. And like, okay, so his sword normally has like 2 blades on it. So to do a young version of him, they had him with a sword that had like 1 blade on it. And it's like half of the blade. So that was a very interesting touch. And you can see the artist, at least I think that is the artist. It doesn't say anything on the picture, if you guys know where this is from. But the Twitter handle, I think that's a Twitter handle. Yeah, should be. Is right there. But yeah, I mean, it looks like kind of a comic book cover, like the kind of thing that you'd see on the front of like a comic book. Like that's what it is. Like obviously this person is a paid professional. This person is making money doing this. Okay, so this one isn't technically Brutus. So apparently, now this, I don't think this character exists in the game, but there seems to be some kind of world that's been created around the character that he has a son. And so this is supposed to be like his son's, like, well, I think it was called Little Roar or Tiny Roar or something like that. And this one's done by, I don't know if that's Oliver or Olivier. That's what I'm getting from Google. But their name is on the screen and in the art. I'm a white American. We just can't do names. We just can't do names. It's just a thing. So apparently there's like this universe that's been created, and it's not the first time I've seen, fan art with Brutus having a kid. It's not the first time. So I don't know at what point people just decided, of all the characters, Brutus is getting a son. It's just so weird. It's so weird, but this is really, really good. It's done in this kind of painted, it's like halfway between realism and cartoony. It has a very obvious outline, black outline, but at the same time, it's very smooth airbrush. So everything kind of blends into the other, and the texturing on the metal looks really good too. So I really like this one. All right, I think there's another Zeppy one. There's another Zeppy one. I don't know why they went with kind of a blotchy look, but I'm guessing to make it look kind of like a kid's painting, kid's drawing from like school or something that you'd see on a fridge. I'm guessing that's what it's going for. But it's so cute. Again, it's him and Laika. I'm assuming it's pronounced Laika. It's cute. It's such a cute art style. It's just adorable. Why is this? I think, so it says Zeppy, but on Damien art, it says strawberry mango. So I don't know if that's their handle on Deviantart or if someone on Deviantart is just posting other people's art, but in the picture it says Zeppy. I'm assuming that's the artist. That's normally what that means, but it's just cute. So it goes from cute to dramatic. Like, there's so many layers to the fandom on this character. Why? All right, here's one that, again, it's him and Laika. If anyone is one of these artists or knows about what's going on in the fandom on this, please explain down below why this pairing, why specifically. I have nothing to do with the company. I have nothing to do with the game. I just did the voice of the character, and that's my character. But it's like I can't approve and I can't disapprove. I have no connection with this. But of all the characters, why these two? It's very interesting that everyone seems to have agreed. Number one, Brutus needs a son, and number two, it's something to do with him and Laika. I don't know. But the artist is Romochi with two I's? Romocchii. Romochi. You can see it in the top left of the image. But I like this one. It's very simple. I kind of think that the drawing of Laika, if that is the pronunciation, is a little bit more refined than the art style of Brutus, because I feel like his body is like smaller than his head. Like, his head seems a little big. Just a tiny critique on that. But other than that, like, I don't have many complaints. It's like, it's really good. Even the gold detailing, like the gold shine and highlights, it's really nice. So, all right, so here we got one of Brutus. Is Brutus a romantic in the game? There's no is there a story? Is there? I wasn't given anything on this. I don't know anything about this. But at least it's not Laika in this, or Lisa. It's probably Lisa. I'm gonna find out it's Lisa. It's just spelled weird. But yeah, this this artist is Nycelis. Nycelis? I want to say Nycelis. But yeah, this one is anime style. I like the shoes. I like the way the shoes are drawn. Can I zoom? I can't go down. That's all it's giving me. I like the shoes on it just because it's like, it's got nice detail in that one. Same thing with his jacket. I don't know who that character is. I don't know if that character's in the game. Probably is. I just don't recognize him. But there we go. And this artist has a couple more. So that little bulb thing is like one of the minor enemies or minor playable characters or whatever. and it's like one of the weakest. So it's funny having it apparently beat the crap out of tiny Brutus, little Brutus or whatever, and just taking his tiny toothpick of a sword. That's a funny image, and it's also well drawn. It's well done. And again, same artist. And the last of their three, I'm guessing he got his revenge. I'm guessing he got up. He's like rubbing his eye, I think. So it's like after getting beat up by that thing, he just pummeled it to death. Tiny Brutus pummeled that thing to death. It's still cute. It's still cute. But yeah, like I like seeing a lot of these fan art, again, that I didn't know existed. I didn't know that there was a fandom out there based on any character that I've ever done. Other than characters that pre-existed me. Like before I, like, because I do Spider-Man for Cartoon Hooligans and characters like that, like Deadpool and Batman to Superman. Those characters have existed long before I even touched them. So, this is like a character like didn't exist before I did the voice, and it's just very interesting to see people that obviously have clear skill spending time drawing that character. It's flattering. It's really cool. All right, and here we go for the last one. This one is done by, I can barely read that. What is that? Oh, so there's BURAKII Jr. Now it's down there at the very, very bottom, like in the grass area. I think you can find them on Twitter, but that's the name. It's at BURAKII_Jr. So that's the artist for this one. I like the chibi proportions, but still like the very serious face, like the very like stern like face on him. And I also like the fact that apparently he just beat up two dudes in the background because they have like the goose eggs. I don't know what characters those are supposed to be. They don't look familiar. I think they are characters in the game, but they have like the goose eggs kind of thing, and they're like sweating. They got bruises, so apparently he just beat the hell out of them, and then just like pose like, nah. That's how we do it around here. Yeah, so I mean that's it. That's a lot of. I mean, there's more. There's obviously more fan art, but I only wanted to show off the ones that I could find the artist's name associated with it, because I didn't want to just but if you guys know of any other fan art to any character that I've voiced, because I don't know if there is to any of the other characters that I've voiced. If you know of any fan art out there of any other characters that I've voiced, you can go ahead and email me. I'd love to do another video like this, showcasing obviously clear talent of all these amazing artists, and kind of like give them a little exposure. Obviously not a lot, because this channel is not big, but this was a lot of fun to look at and to review a lot of really good art. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Totally fine. Subscribe if you're new. Bell for notifications, and leave down in the comment section below if you'd like to see any other videos or have any suggestions. Totally fine. And if you guys have any idea why Brutus is ending up with Leica, please let me know down below. And until next time, peace!